For decades, morning television has been a place of laughter, comfort, and routine for millions of Americans. At the center of that daily ritual stand Ripa and Mark Consuelos, a couple whose chemistry, honesty, and emotional openness have made them more than just television hosts. They have become part of viewers' everyday lives. Today's Breaking Update reminded audiences once again why this duo resonates so deeply with fans. In a moment that felt unscripted and deeply personal, Ripa and Mark Consuelos shared an emotional exchange that quickly captured attention across social media and entertainment news platforms. This was not about controversy, scandal, or shock value. Instead, it was about vulnerability, connection, and the very human side of two people who spend their careers in front of the camera. Viewers tuning in as usual expected warmth, humor, and lively conversation. What they received instead was something quieter, but far more powerful. From the opening moments, there was a noticeable shift in tone. The smiles were there, but beneath them was an emotional weight that felt unmistakable. Kelly, known for her sharp wit and boundless energy, appeared more reflective than usual. Mark, often the grounding presence beside her, listened attentively, offering support not just as a co-host, but as a partner. Without dramatic announcements or sensational language, the couple began speaking honestly about life, change, gratitude, and the moments that remind us how fragile and meaningful everyday experiences can be. What made this moment resonate was its authenticity. In an era where television often feels overly produced, Kelly and Mark allowed themselves to simply be present. Kelly spoke about how time and experience have changed her perspective. She reflected on the importance of appreciating the people around you, acknowledging emotions rather than hiding them, and understanding that even those who seem strong on screen have moments of vulnerability. Mark added his voice calmly and thoughtfully, emphasizing the value of partnership, not just in marriage, but in navigating life's unpredictable moments together. There was no attempt to turn emotion into spectacle. That restraint is precisely what made the moment powerful. Ripa and Mark Consuelos are not new to the public eye. Their relationship has unfolded over decades, both privately and publicly. From raising a family to balancing demanding careers, they have shared parts of their journey with viewers in a way that feels honest rather than performative. This emotional moment felt like a continuation of that story. Mark's steady presence served as a reminder that emotional strength does not always mean having the answers. It can also mean simply showing up and listening. Kelly's openness reflected a confidence that comes from knowing vulnerability is not weakness. Together, they modeled the kind of partnership that many viewers recognized and admired. Almost immediately, reactions poured in. Social media platforms filled with messages of support, gratitude, and reflection. Viewers shared how the moment reminded them of their own families, relationships, and personal challenges. Some fans spoke about watching the show during difficult times in their lives and how moments like this make them feel less alone. Others expressed appreciation for seeing public figures embrace emotional honesty without turning it into drama. The overwhelming response wasn't shock, it was connection. Emotional moments without sensationalism. In today's media landscape, emotional moments are often exaggerated for clicks and headlines. What set this Breaking Update apart was its quiet sincerity. Kelly and Mark did not frame their words as breaking news. They did not hint at crisis or tragedy. Instead, the emotional weight came from relatability, from the understanding that life moves quickly, that time with loved ones is precious, and that even familiar routines can carry deep meaning. This approach made the moment safe, respectful, and deeply resonant, ideal for audiences seeking authenticity rather than sensationalism. Daytime television has evolved over the years. Viewers no longer expect hosts to be distant figures delivering rehearsed lines. They crave real voices, real emotions, and real stories. Kelly Ripa has long been praised for her ability to balance humor with honesty. Mark Consuelos brings a grounded, thoughtful energy that complements her style. Together, they represent a modern version of television hosting, one where emotional intelligence matters as much as entertainment value. This moment underscored that evolution perfectly. The power of shared silence. Interestingly, some of the most impactful moments came not from words, but from pauses. Brief silences, shared glances, and gentle nods spoke volumes. In broadcasting, silence can feel risky, but in this case, it created space for viewers to reflect, to feel, and to connect. Those quiet seconds reminded audiences that television does not always need noise to be meaningful. Why this moment matters. While today's update may not involve major announcements or dramatic revelations, it matters precisely because of its simplicity. It showed emotional honesty without oversharing, partnership without performance, connection without controversy. For many viewers, that balance is rare and deeply appreciated. Public figures are often reduced to headlines and sound bites. Moments like this remind us that behind the cameras are real people, navigating the same emotional landscapes as everyone else. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos did not present themselves as perfect, they presented themselves as present, and that presence made all the difference. What comes next? As the show continues, viewers will likely return to familiar laughter and lively conversation, but moments like today linger. They stay with audiences not because they were dramatic, but because they were genuine. And in a media world filled with constant noise, authenticity remains the most powerful voice of all. Today's breaking update wasn't about shock, it was about sincerity. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos reminded millions that emotional moments don't need to be loud to be impactful. Sometimes the most meaningful stories are the ones told softly, with honesty, partnership, and heart. If you enjoyed this emotional moment with Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, don't forget to like this video. Your support helps us bring more real and heartfelt updates straight to your screen. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and tell us what touched you the most today. Share this video with your friends and family so they can experience this special moment too. And don't miss any updates. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more breaking news, emotional stories, and exclusive behind-the-scenes moments.